Peoria has quickly become one of the more popular cities in the surrounding Phoenix area, right? You've got places like Chandler, Scottsdale, Surprise. Peoria has quickly risen in appreciation, but also in popularity. A lot of people coming from out of state or even in-state are requesting to move to Peoria. In this video, I want to give you everything you should know about Peoria before you move to this area. So I'll show you a few things on a map, right? Show you some key things that you should know, where kind of the hubs are in Peoria, what you're close to, but also talk through what are some of the best neighborhoods that you should be looking into, what are some of our favorite things to do, my wife and I, what restaurants do we love going to, what coffee shops do we love, everything you should know before you move to Peoria, I want to get into today. I live here in Peoria, I'm a realtor here, and yes, I love it, and yes, I'm hoping to sell you on it. There's a reason I live in Peoria, and there's a reason I try to get other people to as well, because it is a great city. Without further ado, let's talk about Peoria, and let's first talk about where are the main hubs in Peoria. So where are kind of the main things to do, where should you be nearby if you want to, be in a more central location, or if you don't care, you can skip it. But let's talk about the main entertainment in Peoria. So the actual main hub in Peoria itself is the P83 area, and this is just kind of a giant shopping center that molds around Bell Road and 83rd. It just kind of makes this curve. On the north end of Bell Road, it's actually technically Glendale, but Peoria and Glendale, their lines, they key up and down. So really Peoria and Glendale, when they get close to each other, they're basically the same city. The north side of Bell Road, they have the Arrowhead Mall, which is a huge shopping center, indoor mall there. They've got a movie theater there. There's a bunch of restaurants surrounding it, and there's a lot going on right there. But then if you come just south of Bell Road off of 83rd, they've also got their own section. Right here is actually the P83 Sports Complex, which is where the Mariners and the Padres play their spring training games. So that kind of was started what P83 is now. So it started with the spring training field, and then it just kind of expanded out. And on the west side of 83rd, you have a bunch of restaurants, and some of them my wife and I absolutely love. Some of you got like big chains like Texas Roadhouse, got Cheesecake Factory, places like that are right there as well. But they also have a Firebirds, which is a nice steakhouse over there. You also have a movie theater. Bubba's 33, that's one of our favorite just burger places, good for a night out. Burgers, beers, drinks, all that fun stuff. Basically a huge sports bar, but with actual good food, so that's a fun spot there. There's also a place called Headquarters over there, which is pretty good, as well as the Social on 83rd, which is just kind of a fun, kind of a good place for cocktails. They've got a more unique menu, modern, unique menu with some fun stuff. Try a bunch of different things there. So quite a few restaurants there, and actually this is brand new right up against the baseball stadium. They've got three of our favorite places. They've got a Postino's, a Blanco's, North Italia. Those are three great restaurants, and the Postino's is a really cool, it's kind of a wine bar, but you get a bruschetta, or actually bruschetta if you say it in Italian, and I'm Italian, I don't even say it like that. My mom will scold me for not saying it like that. So they've got the wine, and they've got this bruschetta boards there, and it's just a really cool vibe in there, and great food as well. We absolutely love those bruschetta boards. I'm gonna get scolded. North Italia, great Italian place, and Blanco's, a great Mexican place. So overall, great restaurants right in this P83 area. We're going to quite a few of our date spots right in this area, and overall, right where Bell Road is, right where P83 Arrowhead Mall, that's almost everything you need to do, honestly, on even a weekly or monthly basis, right? You're going to catch a baseball game or a concert in Scottsdale or downtown Phoenix, but in general, everything you're doing on a monthly basis can be right there. The other hub is called Four Corners, so it's where Lake Pleasant and Happy Valley, they meet. They make a Four Corners that's well known in the Peoria area, and right there, it's just kind of a decent sized shopping center. They've got a movie theater, they've got some outlets over there, and a few restaurants as well. Definitely not to the scale of P83, but a good enough spot where it's definitely all of the surrounding places are going to be going there on a fairly regular basis. Maybe it's where your groceries are, or some of your favorite date night spots, because it's going to be 10 minutes from your house. The other thing to know is Lake Pleasant is in Peoria. That's by far the largest lake in the general Phoenix area. Great spot to go boating. You can go fishing in it. You can jump in the lake. You can rent pontoon boats. They've got cool kind of like outdoor activities on the lake, where there's almost like a jungle gym on the lake for kids. And if you're up in North Peoria, you're probably just 15 minutes away from it. So that's something cool about Peoria as well. Another big shopping center is Norterra. So if you're on the northern end of Peoria, you could easily get over to Norterra. You go straight east, probably about 15 minutes. Really big shopping center, about the same size as P83, just a little bit closer to those people in the northern section of Peoria. The other area you should know about is Westgate. So this is technically in Glendale, but it's really the largest entertainment district in the West Valley. So if you're in Peoria, you're probably going to be visiting there. That's where the Arizona Cardinals play. Our football team plays in the State Farm Stadium, and all around it is the Westgate area. So you might be hitting a concert in the State Farm Stadium, or they'll have things like Monster Jam there. There's also another concert venue, Desert Diamond Arena. They've got big concerts happening all the time. Like bigger names are happening at that concert place fairly regularly. And then Westgate itself, it's just a cool vibe. It almost feels like you're in a stadium when you go to this entertainment district, and they've got a bunch of stuff there. So there's obviously great restaurants. Every Friday and Saturday night, they do some live music outdoors there. They've got kind of like a splash pad type thing for the kid, but they've also got like good activities. They've got this like axe throwing. They've got a comedy club there. They also have an escape room there. There's a movie theater backed against it. So quite a bit going on there. There's a huge, humongous hotel going right next to it called the Via Resort, and that's going to be absolutely humongous. I don't know when that's going to be finished. But right across the street, you have Top Golf, and you also have one of those indoor go-kart racing places that I think just opened like a month or two ago. I've never been to it, don't know much about it. Just saw it open as I'm driving up and down the freeway. So all that right there is going to be a pretty big entertainment hub, and that's really some of the bigger entertainment. That's about all you need. Again, on a monthly or yearly basis, you're probably going to Westgate for some of your bigger entertainment in Peoria. So those are some of the bigger entertainment hubs inside of Peoria, but now let's talk about some places that you should be considering living in Peoria. These are really the bigger hubs. And overall, Peoria is a fairly low crime rate compared to the rest of Phoenix. In general, the southern end of Peoria is a slightly higher crime rate, and as you go more north, you get into the nicer neighborhoods, lower crime rate, and also the northern end of Peoria tends to be newer as well, especially if you get to the northern end. That's the only place really you can buy land as a builder, so they're building quite a few new builds on the northern end there. But I want to break it down to some places you should be living based on price range, right? So under 500,000, so sort of maybe that first time buyer or moving from out of state looking for something, and then over 500,000, kind of that move up buyer, maybe 500,000 to 800,000. Where would I be looking in that price range? And then no price range as well. Where would I be looking in Peoria? So if we're starting with under 500,000, there's two neighborhoods that are actually fairly large, but in my opinion, very similar to each other, and they are right next to each other, called Dove Valley and Fletcher Heights. And these are basically dead central Peoria. These are super close to the 101. So if you see the 101 right where it curves in that northwest section, right against P83 as well, you're probably a 10-minute drive to P83. So if you like to be close to things, want to be close to a mall, and there's a bunch of things for kids there, indoor trampoline, they have a go-kart place, they've got this great aquatic center for kids, as well as indoor jungle gyms, all that stuff at P83. So if you care about that for your kids, that's going to be a good location to be near. And Fletcher Heights and Dove Valley would both be good options if you're looking to stay under 500,000, looking for more of a starter home, maybe 1,500 square feet, something like that. You could easily find that in Fletcher Heights and Dove Valley. And overall, these are just nice communities. They have parks inside of them. They both have elementary schools inside of them as well. Homes built after the year 2000, so they're going to be slightly newer. You got the tile roofs, which is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. They also last longer here in Phoenix. But those are both two great neighborhoods under 500,000. And then there's this new build community up on the northern end that tends to have some great prices called Rancho Cabrillo. And if you're looking for something quicker as well, they have some quick move-ins, which you'll find a pretty good interest rate. You can find it under 5% over there, and sometimes even under 4%, depending on the different months. They offer different rates. It's a little bit separated, right? So it's just a little bit further out. You're probably 25 minutes to that P83 area. Definitely going to be a far drive if you're looking to work in Phoenix or Scottsdale. Probably not the best fit, but if you're more remote or don't mind driving, maybe you're hybrid and only go a couple times a week, Rancho Cabrillo would definitely be a great option for you because it's new builds and great prices, and you can also get an interest rate discount. Now, if looking into that move up buyer, right, maybe 500,000 to 800,000, looking a little bit higher end, where some of the better communities in Peoria, well, we're going to be looking at places like Vistancia, which is way up north, fairly well-known community. It's got a gorgeous outlook to it. Some of the best amenities I've seen in an all-age community. They've got a huge pool. They've got a lap pool, a resort-style pool, indoor basketball court, a fitness center. They've got events for the families going up there. So if you live in that community, they'll have events for you. They also have pickleball courts and tennis courts. Overall, really nice community, extremely well ran, well known here in the Phoenix area as one of the better master planned communities up at Vistancia. And they actually have new builds going on up there as well called North Point. I just made a full video breaking down some of their new builds, walking through their models, so you can check them out. If you want to check that out, just click that link right up there and I'll show you. But Vistancia itself, one of my favorite communities in Peoria, just for the outlook, the homes you can get, and overall the community feel that they have there. Another great option is the Meadows. And this one's a little bit more central. Honestly, similar outlook to Vistancia in terms of the community. Really nice homes. They've got some nice amenities, not the scale of amenities as Vistancia, to be honest with you. Their community pool and their clubhouse, nothing like Vistancia's. It's a little bit more basic, a little bit more standard. But the Meadows is more central. And the cool thing about the Meadows is they have a pretty broad range of house options, and they have some massive homes available too. So if you want something larger, they've got homes with a huge RV garage where you could park an RV, or hey, put half a basketball court in there as well as some larger lots. But they also have 3,000 square foot foot homes with a little bit bigger of lots there as well. So they've got some more unique, more luxury homes here in the Peoria area up at the Meadows. And also they've got parks within the community as well. You see people playing cricket actually fairly regularly up there, as well as some pickleball in the community. Overall, I love the Meadows for the community outlook and also the homes that you can get there. Their amenities are a little bit more minimal than Estancia, but more centrally located with some more options for housing you can get at the Meadows. And then my last section in this price range would be the Alora Vita West Wing Mountain area. So these kind of all coupled together because there's no one big super large community that I would want to point out. But these communities up in this area up near West Wing Mountain, West Wing itself is a community, Alora Vita is a community up there. Those are really nice, well planned out communities with some nice homes. A lot of them have views of the West Wing Mountain, but these just have a kind of higher end feel to it, a little bit more calmer because you are up against the mountains. There's no one behind you, but they also have nice green patches. They've got jungle gyms inside. They've got playgrounds inside the community. Just a really nice feel to it, and definitely one that I'd be at least looking at if you're not finding something in your price range and want something maybe a little bit bigger than a place like the Meadows. You could find that in Alora Vita and be at a very comparable community in my opinion. Those are definitely some places I'd be checking out. And then if I had no budget, if I was just looking anywhere in Peoria, where would I be looking at? My first option would be Blackstone. So this is actually in the community of Estancia, but it's separate, has its own amenities. This is one of the more luxurious communities in the entire West Valley. Super high-end golf course at Blackstone Country Club. It is a guard-gated community. You cannot get in without an appointment or someone calling in your name for you. And these homes are some of the more unique, custom-built, large lot homes, viewing the golf course or with mountain views. Overall, extremely luxury community up at Blackstone. Definitely the best, in my opinion, in Peoria. As far as an actual master planned community, Blackstone by far the most luxurious. But then there's also this section of homes, and there's no actual community name to it, but they are unique in one of my favorite spots, and honestly probably where I'm hoping to live in the near future, is in these more central places in Peoria that have these large lots. We're talking half an acre to an acre, large lot, custom homes, 3,000 to 5,000 square feet. I mean, there are some at 2,000, but definitely some on the larger end. And this is where you're going to find some of the cooler properties in Peoria. You're going to see basketball courts in the backyard, maybe an RV garage where they've got a mother-in-law suite attached to it as well. Big open grass areas, people doing unique stuff with their backyard, right? Maybe they've got a little putt-putt course on it. Overall, the central location, north central of Peoria, one of the more cool areas that you could be living in Peoria because it's still fairly central, right? You're just about 5 minutes to the 101, so maybe 10-15 minutes to P83, but you have some of the more unique properties because of the size of lot that you could be getting, and nowhere else in Peoria has these size lots because builders these days, they just don't build on that size, right? They're going to put them on small 5,000, 6,000 square foot lots. Not in this location right here. I'm talking some of these lots are over an acre, so absolutely gorgeous area in the north central part of Peoria. So I love the location, I love the homes, I love everything around it and what you can do with the home. So those are the two places I'd be looking if I had no budget, would be Blackstone and those large lots in the north central part of Peoria. So hopefully this is a good breakdown of what you need to know before you move into Peoria. In my opinion, Peoria is absolutely great. I absolutely love living here. I think there's some great things about it. I think it's very family friendly, low crime rate, great things to do inside of the community, and honestly great location to get access to other things, right? If you want to go to Scottsdale, which is a huge entertainment hub, and you're just 40-45 minutes away, that's pretty easy to do, you know, once or twice a month. If you're looking for a really cool night out or want to go catch a concert, it's not a super long drive to get there. So overall, I've loved Peoria. Hopefully this has given you a good idea of where you might be wanting to live inside of Peoria. Again, I am a realtor here and I'd love to help you find the right location for you. If you're coming from out of state and want to know everything to know about moving to Phoenix, I got this totally free guide. There's a link in the description, or you can email me and I'll send that over to you. And if you want help moving into Peoria, just reach out to me, my email and number on the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos about living in Phoenix.